This is the Big Boy
The Big
District.
Boy
But
District.
honestly, I'm thinking like, what if we both just get really fat, and then we like retitle it like the Trough, or like the Barnyard Podcast or something.
Yeah, welcome to B
The,
Yard,
the,
bro. All right.
the feed.
The feedlot. Moo. Oh no.
So hey guys, we're doing another mukbang. Got like
My
$200
response
worth
to
of
Moist
KFC.
Critical. This is our response to Moist Critical. Please, just mind your own fucking business.
Just go on Nikocado Avocado. Like,
You started this. You created this monster.
it was
Say
like,
what?
technically not true, but technically kind of true. I don't know.
I mean, like, the internet as a whole kind of just created that monster.
Oh no,
Somebody
me
needs-
me personally, I go to Nikocado Avocado's house with a gun and I say, "All right, buddy, you're gonna start
Get this
eating on
food.
camera for me."
Get this goddamn food in your system.
Yeah. Well, I guess we were already just kind of talking about this, the Halo TV show, and how much
Yeah,
it
it's
sucks, and how bad it is. And
I'm
how-
not trying to be one of those people that's like really really hating on it on the internet, like losing their shit, because at the end of the day I don't really care like that much because I didn't care about the show to begin with because I was not asking for a Halo show. But yeah, like they made one and it sucks, and I don't care what any people say. It's a bad show. It looks bad, it's written bad, and it was cast bad. Nothing good about it. Alright, there's my feelings.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hog Heaven, the podcast. Okay, I need to stop. I'm just gonna keep coming up with like fat person podcast puns. Okay, so like one thing I noticed that I haven't like talked about yet. I've seen the first 2 episodes. I don't remember a goddamn thing about the second episode because I think I got up and left. But one of the first things I noticed was like the rebels in like the opening scene are using AK-47s in the year 2552. Why?
So the way I rationalized that when I watched it and I was still trying to like maybe like the show was the way I thought about it was maybe these folks are just using like really old weaponry because the military has all like the good new shit because of the war that's going on. But then I thought about it and it's like, well, people in America don't like use muskets for home defense because the military has all the good weapons. That doesn't make any sense. So yeah, I agree with you. It's fucking stupid.
I'm going to come off as a huge nerd here, but I'm going to go on record as stating that the insurrectionists, aka the rebels, in the lore, definitely used pretty much the same guns as the UNSC slash similar ones.
They stole their guns from the UNSC.
Yeah.
So.
I think they did that to kind of like illustrate like, oh, these rebels don't have like powerful enough guns to penetrate the Covenant shields or whatever. So like when the Spartans show up with like the big boy weapons, they get shit done. But I just thought that was so dumb. I was like, dude, it's the future. Like just because they're impoverished rebels doesn't mean we gotta like take them back to Syria or something. Like that doesn't make sense.
No, it didn't make sense in the slightest.
So my other like this is arguably my biggest question as to like decisions they made for making this show. But why is the protagonist a small Asian girl? Why is the protagonist randomly like an Asian child?
I mean, I don't mind the race or the age of the person as if they would have just made her a good.
Oh, me neither. It's just
Like-
extremely like out of place in a Halo setting. Just be like, okay, so here's this random rebel child, whereas we're just gonna shack her up with Master Chief because Master Chief touched this Forerunner artifact that gave him feelings. So now he's like, oh, I gotta protect this kid. And then like this little girl, I think the funniest part was when he like gives her a gun. She's like 16 and like he's just like, here, take this. He like deputizes this child basically. And it's just
And
like, dude.
again, I can see what they were trying to illustrate with that. They were trying to show, like, you know, this is dire. Like, this girl is about to, like, get a weapon, but her character, I would not trust her with a weapon. Like, if I was a professional soldier, I would be like, yeah, no, you don't need a weapon. You're good.
It
You're
just seems
way
like
too late.
it really seems like they want to just make like the Mandalorian Master Chief edition.
Yeah, that's exactly what they wanted to do. And what's funny about that is the Mandalorian did the whole, like, helmet face reveal thing better than Halo did.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, literally, I don't care if you eventually show Master Chief's face, but you got to do it in a way that's like, whoa, this is cool, because we have never seen his face before. Like, at least the game, I know people, oh, they showed his face in, like, comics and books or whatever, and it's like, I don't care. The books don't matter to me. I've never been that guy.
That's where I'm at too, where it's like, it seems like they're trying way too hard to like humanize Master Chief and make him relatable. And see, I'm with you. It's like, who the fuck cares? Like, who cares about like his past or like who his parents were or like where he came from? Like, the whole point of Master Chief is he's just supposed to be like this badass dude who kind of gives you a perfect surrogate gameplay experience. And at the same time, like, he's not supposed to be relatable, because how are you going to relate to a cybernetic fucking super soldier? Like,
he's supposed to, like, the coolest part about Master Chief is the fact that he's, like, kind of an enigma. Like, you don't really know much about him.
exactly. When he does talk, it's always like a fucking dope-ass one-liner that makes you go, fuck yeah, that's Chief. And then you just keep playing. But you're not thinking of, like... It all started with Halo 4 too, I swear to God, where they were like, oh man, let's make like make Master Chief like fall in love with Cortana. It's like, no, let's not. This is fan fiction. Like,
there's nothing wrong with fan fiction, just don't make it my fucking official shit. Yeah, and I don't want the show to be bad. I don't want the show to suck. I'm not rooting against it. But I'm just saying, as it stands right now, it's definitely sucky, and if you think it's good, you're in denial. It's literally, like, it's objectively bad, in my opinion. Even if it wasn't, like, even if it was just, like, a regular science fiction show, the story beats that they're going for are fucking stupid, the characters are boring, the actors aren't very good.
Yeah, even, like, Halo discrepancies aside, it's just a painfully generic sci-fi show. And it's just like, if they're gonna be this... It
looks like it was on the CW, dude.
Exactly, like, yeah, it does. It does.
Like, it literally looks like it belongs on the CW with the fucking bat. Like, Master Chief literally looks like he's made out of plastic. Why is it that whenever they bring... Remember that other, like, thing they did, like a movie that we watched, whatever, that was, about the fall of not Echo Base, that's Star Wars, about the fall of a base, and it was like
it was like Forward Unto Dawn.
Forward Unto Dawn, exactly. And in that show, Master Chief looked like fucking plastic too, and it's like, why can't you guys just put some of the sci-fi CGI budget into making this dude look like the goddamn threat that he is?
Seriously, and like, I heard somewhere that this show has like a $2 million per episode budget, and that's fucking nuts. Like, for a TV show, like, my God, that's huge.
Yeah,
$2 million an episode. What the fuck? But like, yeah, the CGI does, like, I don't know, some of it looks okay, and other times it looks terrible. I have like really mixed thoughts on the CGI, because sometimes I'm like, all right, looks acceptable, but other times it's like, yeah. And, like, from a design standpoint, I think Master Chief, like, looks okay. Like, he looks like Master Chief. But
I
yeah,
disagree. I think he looks terrible.
I think that, like, the CGI overall is, like, pretty questionable.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Plasma...
I'm not going to watch any more of it. Did you watch Book of Boba Fett?
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, everybody... See, here's my hot take, is that was actually pretty good. Everybody was hating on it on the internet, and I expected, after I finished watching it, I thought everybody was going to be hype. I was like, this was great. And I went on the internet, and everyone was like, Book of Boba Fett, blah, sucks, like, why it doesn't work. Mandalorians...
I heard a lot of mixed things about that show.
I fucking love it. like I straight up enjoyed it like just as much as The Mandalorian, if not more. Like I really enjoyed the Book of Boba Fett. It was really good in my opinion. There was a couple things that were stupid in it, yeah, but I'm a Star Wars fan. I've learned that that's just going to be a thing with every Star Wars product. There's going to be someone who has a stupid, childish idea and forces it into the fold, and that's just the way every Star Wars property is, especially when they're made by Disney. But I think overall, it was a fantastic show, and I really fucking enjoyed it.
Yeah, literally all I've seen was that trailer where he's like with that one chick who's like his sidekick, and I don't know if she's the sidekick or according to everything I've seen on Twitter, she like does everything apparently. I haven't seen the show.
Yeah, he's injured for most of the show because he just got out of the Sarlacc pit.
That's funny. The whole show is just him like in physical rehab. Like trying to
the whole show is him, like a lot of the show is him resting in his bacta tank and having a flashback to like right after Return of the Jedi when he escaped the Sarlacc pit, and then the other half is him trying to assume power in Tatooine, and I thought it really melded together pretty well. And then another half of it is Mando coming in and being like, "Hey Boba, my name is Mandalorian. Allow me to help you."
I always kind of wondered, like, ever since I was a kid, like, why people love Boba Fett so much as a character. Because people have loved him ever since Return of the Jedi, and I don't know why, because he doesn't fucking do anything. All he does is, like, fucking lock Han Solo up in carbonite, which is like, thanks a lot, douchebag. And then he gets killed by Luke Skywalker in the most cartoonish, hilarious way possible. And everyone's like, yeah, Boba Fett, he's the man. Don't mess with Boba Fett. It's like, dude, Luke Skywalker just pushed him off a boat, basically, and killed him. Like,
Star Wars is weird. Like, the world itself is weird because it's the most stitched together world building because it was done by a lot of people and not just George Lucas. And so, like, you have things like the lightsaber fight in A New Hope. It makes Obi-Wan and Darth Vader look like a couple of fucking weirdo assholes swinging sticks, you know what I mean? Whereas every other fight in the series, even the ones that follow the original trilogy, are pretty intense. Like, they're actually choreographed sword fights. Whereas that stupid fucking fight in A New Hope, it's like, yes, I am now the master. Here, allow me to poke you lightly with my stick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
they definitely they got their shit together pretty much, like kind of in The Empire Strikes Back, because when Luke and Darth Vader had that lightsaber fight, like that was pretty fucking cool. But yeah, for that first one in A New Hope, my god.
It's really jarring. Like for example, if you watch Rogue One and A New Hope the way that Disney intended, you would watch Rogue One, right? And that ending scene where Darth Vader is just like destroying like hordes of rebels and just like easy as pie, you know what I mean? And it shows how truly powerful he is. And then cut to a half hour later in A New Hope, literally like a half an hour later, and he's fucking like barely able to poke an old man with a stick because his suit is stiff because it's the 1980s now. But my point is like, I don't know, just they never intended Boba Fett to be a very popular character to begin with. He was just supposed to be kind of like a really weak secondary antagonist that died. Like once he was out of the way, they could go back to focusing on the Empire. And everybody was like, "Whoa, Boba Fett! Yeah.
He's so cool with his janky, dirty armor and his jetpack that he doesn't know how to use, and his fucking lack of dialogue."
Yeah, it's
I don't hate Boba Fett. I'm just saying, what's
his
the hype
character isn't
for?
that interesting. I like probably my favorite Star Wars character right now is Cal Kestis from Jedi Fallen Order, but my my overall favorite Star Wars character will always be Obi-Wan, solely because he was pretty consistently characterized throughout the whole series. Like it really, like, you look at Obi-Wan in A Phantom Menace and you're like, yeah, I can buy that this guy grew up into Ben Kenobi. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I enjoyed that shit.
I'd probably go with like Han Solo, but in terms of like consistent characterization, like Disney kind of like turned that motherfucker into a totally different character. So I'm definitely going with OG trilogy Han. Han in the first three movies. The
Yeah,
Disney Han makes no sense. Even in like the like Solo, a Star Wars story, like that movie was okay. Like it wasn't horrendous, but that just wasn't Han Solo. Like that just was not his character.
yeah, I don't know why you would try to cast anybody but Harrison Ford and Han Solo. Like they should do what they did with Luke Skywalker. They should have done what they did with Luke Skywalker and the Mandalorian and Boba Fett, and just like animated him pretty much only really realistically, because they could do that back then. They just didn't want to, and had it just be young Harrison Ford, and that would have been cool as shit. But
Yeah, plus
nah,
it was just like the way they wrote his character in that movie too. Like he was, because like when you think of like a young Han Solo, you think of like this really like rascally like smuggler dude, like fucking
yeah,
basically a criminal, probably like a fun-loving kind of guy. But this Han Solo was just way too like goody two shoes. Like he was just like too much of a good guy, like from the start. And it's just like, wait a minute, didn't Han Solo used to be like a smuggler slash like galactic criminal? The movie didn't touch on any of that. It was just like, I want to be a pilot. I'm gonna be a pilot. Time to be a pilot. Did you know that my dad wanted to be a pilot? And it's just like, holy shit. It's like,
that'd be like if you walked around all the time like, time to be a trucker. Did you know my dad was a trucker? I'm going to be a
seriously. I'm gonna drive rigs one day. You'll see. That was literally the whole movie. Was just him trying to be a pilot, and then being like, "I'll prove you all wrong. I can be a pilot." And it was just like, this is a kind of a lame idea for a Han Solo origin story. Like, you'd like do something cool with it. Like, shit, have like a plot where
Yeah,
he's
like
like working
having
for Jabba, and then like some shit like do that. Like, do the origin
yeah.
story behind like why Jabba and Han have bad blood or something. Like, do that.
Or, you know, what could be cool is like, just off the top of my head, making him like be a really bad type of criminal, like a drug spice dealer or whatever, or you know what I mean, like just a straight up like terrible person, and like have him get to being Han Solo in A New Hope, where he's not a terrible person, he's just a morally questionable person. Like
Yeah.
maybe he was involved in like drug trafficking or human trafficking or something, and it's like he had to be redeemed in his own movie to get to the point where he can actually be the person that Luke needs help from. And then he goes from being like a shitty smuggler to being a good person when he's friends with Luke, and that would have been cool. That would have been
Yeah.
like that would have been kind of cohesive, you know what I mean?
It's like I'm going really hard on that Han Solo movie. I really like didn't hate that movie. I didn't love it, but like in all honesty, it's probably my favorite Disney Star Wars movie, which is not saying much at all.
Mm.
Not saying a whole lot, but it was decent enough for me to not hate it. Like,
Yeah, the reason I love Fallen Order so much is it just felt like the people who wrote that game just like really understood the themes and principles of Star Wars, which is just like, yeah, for one thing, like your friends are good and they will help you and you should try to make more of them, and B, like the people that are like doing the bad things are like people too, so you should try to help them first and foremost, and then take them down, you know what I mean?
yeah.
And I don't know, it just really illustrated that the people that made that game really understood it. I really enjoyed Cal Kestis in that game, and how he like whenever he faced down Trilla or Marin or any other enemy, the first thing he tried to do was just talk to them, you know what I mean? Because I feel like too often in Star Wars media, the Jedi are too quick to just be like, all right, well, time to commit murder. And I understand that it's done that way on purpose to show that the Jedi are flawed, but like also I really enjoy seeing the Jedi like do actual Jedi things sometimes, you know?
Like when Anakin killed all those children.
Yeah. Well, he was
Peak
Darth Vader
Jedi.
by that point. When he killed all those sand people, he was still a Jedi though, so.
Yeah, that was probably the first like major red flag with Anakin.
So maybe we should review your position in our little organization.
He's like, dude, we know they like killed your mom, but that's fucking It's fucking brutal, dude.
Granted, I would probably kill an entire tribe if they tied my mom up and left her out to die. I would kill every single one of them. But I'm also not trying to be a warrior monk, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I wouldn't like do that and then go back to being like, all right, I'm gonna like meditate and learn the ways of nature.
I would be like, well, you killed my mama. Now you all have to die. And then I guess I'm not gonna be a Jedi anymore because I kind of fucked up.
Have you heard about the people bitching about like the black Barbies? And apparently, like, they think that like the lips are too big. But like, if you actually like look at the fucking doll, it like no shit. There's like no exaggerated expressions. It just kind of looks like a black person. So it like, it's kind of like a reverse card in Uno, where you gotta wonder if the people who like made the accusation in the first place are the racists.
Yeah,
and they just don't like the way black people look.
Yeah, here's
I think
the
that's
question.
the best angle.
Is it like, here's how you can see if shit like that is legitimate, in my opinion. Is it black people getting mad about it, or is it white people getting mad about it? Okay, I was gonna say, because if it's black people getting mad about it, maybe there's some truth to it, because maybe they're actually like, oh shit, this is racist, and we know because we're black, and we know what it's like for when shit is racist against us. But if it's just like white people getting mad on behalf of black people, that's stupid. That's just like performative activism.
What was the other thing? Oh yeah, I was like, I mean, at that point, the company's only option would be to literally just take the white Barbies and just like paint them black.
Yeah,
like,
that would be bad too.
Want? Like,
I don't know.
That's almost like a blackface action figure.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
I don't know.
In
I
50
think there's
years
more
from now,
important
they'll
things
be
to
like,
get upset about too, besides Barbies. Like, who? Like, really, in the year 2022, who gives a shit about Barbie? Not even like little girls give a shit about Barbie anymore.
Yeah, I don't think they're selling too good these days. I don't know how I have that information, but I do.
We corroborated with a source on the inside of Mattel.
I think honestly, just toys in general probably don't sell that good nowadays because of all the fucking electronics that kids
care about video games and social media now. And it's like, I'm not saying that to be like a fucking boomer. I'm just saying that's the truth. Like, kids grow up with an iPad in their hand now, and that's their toy.
Yeah.
Whether or not that's a good or bad thing is up for debate, but
I think it's terrible, but that's just me.
yeah, it means we're gonna have like
especially with how awful parents are at like supervising that shit now. They just don't.
Oh yeah, even parents that are good at supervising that shit, like, it's hard, dude. I remember the first time I watched porn, I was like 8 years old, dude. The first time I saw a pair of titties, I was like 10 years old, because it was that easy, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I had a buddy who like really liked coming over to my house so he could like use my computer for that, and it was just like, do you not have a computer? Do you not know how to like delete your search history? You gotta come here and defile my shit every time. It was weird because he would always get all like sweaty, and you could tell he was just fucking disgusting. You know who I'm talking about, probably.
Yeah, I can put a couple of guesses out there in my head right now.
So with all this gay shit.
Dude, I'm addicted to bass. Alright.
I'm sure it's totally possible to get addicted to bass, but like, at the same time,
what a silly sentence.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's totally possible to get addicted to bass. You just go around a corner and there's a guy with these headphones in.
You're just like sitting in your car in like a trance, blasting your subs. You're just like, oh, like you just shot up some heroin or something. You're just like, oh.
Dude, I'm peaking. Oh.
It's like that scene in Breaking Bad where like Jesse's floating above the bed.
Dude, that was one of the best visual effects in the in that shows. Like, that really, like, I had never done heroin at the time or now,
or now, or in the last hour.
But
Could really
I've
use
never
some.
done heroin, and that really, like, pretty well, in my opinion, showed what it would have felt like if I would have ever done it. And
Oh yeah.
if you're a heroin addict in the comments, please let me know.
Let me know how cool it is. How great is it?
How sexy is that shit? Like, is it as sexy as media makes it seem to be?
Or as like Reddit would, if you go on one of those subreddits where it's just drug addicts like bragging about being addicted to drugs all day.
Have you ever been on
Like
the weed
our-
subreddit?
Not in a long time. That subreddit got really annoying after a while because, like, as much as I love smoking weed, I kind of hate weed culture.
Yeah, me too. I
So,
think it's
like,
the fucking stupidest shit.
yeah, it's just people that love weed a little too much, and they start like,
Make their whole lives about it.
yeah, they start saying stupid shit, like trying to kind of promote it as like this miracle drug that cures everything, and it's
Cancer and everything. And it's like,
yeah.
bro, if weed cured cancer, there would be no cancer.
like, yeah, like shit.
Like, I don't think people understand that words have meaning.
Have you ever
Like,
been
you
to
can't
like?
just say things and they're true. It's not how it works.
Dude, I'm actually gonna do this right now. Have you ever been to like R meth, where it's literally
I
just
have not.
it's literally just a bunch of meth heads talking about how great it is to do meth. Like, let me go
Sounds
find it
gross.
here. R meth. Okay, I just typed in R meth without the slash in the search, and it led me to something that's genuinely called R meth.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't think that there is... were you joking? Were you making shit up?
Here we go. R meth, a place for discussion of the lucrative methamphetamine. Perfect for when you've been hitting the pipe
lucrative-
72 hours straight. Holy shit. Alright, let's see what like the top post is here right now. Oh god, dude. Oh no. The top post
Alright,
is
I'm
literally
hopping
just
on.
the top post is literally just a video of some chick like smoking meth out of a pipe. I don't even want to watch that.
Sarah... I mean, nothing.
The user is Pussy Eater 666. Yeah.
R//
That's the R meth subreddit. I almost said famous.
This is such an
Oh.
interesting episode of Big Boy District, just us reading a subreddit going,
What's another like wacky subreddit? I mean,
dude,
there's
I
a
know couple
subreddit for
of them.
every single drug, by the way. Like all of them.
This is some NSFW shit, so if you're a child, click off now. And don't ever watch this podcast again because fuck you. But like, you ever heard of r/mommy bully?
I haven't. That sounds
Okay.
horrible.
Yeah, don't go to it. So, it's I found it by complete accident when I was just scrolling through a weird subreddit list, and it's a subreddit where dudes jerk off to pictures of their moms.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. And like, not only pictures of their moms, but like the fantasy is that the mom is like paying with their body to stop a bully from bullying their son.
What the fuck?
So, yeah, and then that has like a couple 100,000 members. All right, that's my weirdest subreddit that I know of.
Well, I just found a very interesting article called "How to Connect a PS4 Controller to a PC." Plug it in. Boom. There you go. No article needed. That's literally it.
Actually, without the article, I would have never known that.
I kind of want to read the article, but like, that sounds just like a waste of time.
I have no more. I have no topic ideas. I'm trying to think of more.
I'm looking at like the this news thing here, and all of these stories suck ass. Like, this is an example here is why 1978's Lord of the Rings showed the Balrog flying. What? Sandra Bullock recalls meeting Daniel Radcliffe for the first time. Who cares? Jesus.
You know, Sandra Bullock is one of those names I've heard 1,000 times, but I don't think I could put a face to if I tried.
You've probably seen her in something. You probably just don't realize it. She's in so many fucking movies. She's, like, ridiculously famous. I'm trying to think of, like, a movie that she's in that everyone's probably seen. I want to say Speed, but I don't think everyone's seen Speed. Plus, Speed is kind of a dumb movie.
Remember Crank? That was a masterpiece.
Yeah. What? Oh yeah, what about Our Place? What the fuck is the deal with Our Place?
Okay, I can explain this because I participated in that. So it was an experiment that Reddit was doing where it was basically like, you know how NFTs and shit are like a blockchain?
Yeah.
They were trying to do that with like a giant like tile with 1x1 pixels. Only you didn't have to like pay for the pixels or anything. It's just you can place a pixel and choose a color of the pixel every 20 minutes. So if you coordinate with other people, you could make like really cool paintings and shit on the canvas. And so people were coming together and like putting like Apex Legends like paintings up and Minecraft stuff, like different communities, right? And then there was wars breaking out where it's like, all right, we're gonna take our German flag and cover up the American flag for the lulz. And so it was just like a community like painting experiment basically, and it was actually kind of fun. I liked it.
Oh, that's cool. I was wondering where all the fucking Germany shit was coming from too, because literally like all of the Our Place things that I see just have German flags stretched over everything. That's that
if you
German
go to
pride on Reddit.
If you go to the Our Place subreddit right now, it's done, like the experiment is done, but you can see how the final image ended up if you go to r/place and you click on like that background picture. You can see how it ended up in its finality. I helped with a lot of this shit that is not visible anymore. I was doing like Apex Legends. I did that one. I don't know if that one's still there. Oh, dude, there's so much Star Wars shit on this.
I need to find I need to find an actual like news thing, because this one that's just on my phone by default sucks. Okay, well I went ahead and just Googled news. That was a mistake, because now it's just war, disease, politics. You're fucking dead. It's like, oh no. This isn't good. Teen charged with murder and shooting a 16-year-old. That's just sad. I can't do anything with that. Have you heard of the cool new sex toy called the Baldo?
No.
So it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a dildo that you strap to your balls so that you can fuck your girlfriend with your balls.
Oh.
I'm gonna go to their website real quick, because the way that they describe it is just outstanding.
Wait, so you can like DP your chick with your dick in the dildo?
Actually no, because of the way that it's like shaped. Actually, I have no idea how the hell you would put this thing to work.
The first sex toy that lets you penetrate your partner with your balls.
Yeah. Introducing the Baldo, the world's first ball dildo. A new era in sex has arrived. We've created the world's first sex toy that will allow you to penetrate your partner with your balls and unleash pleasure that you've never experienced before. Let the ball sex revolution begin.
Oh,
how it works. That's a fucking picture of nuts.
It's stuffed in his thing.
Oh god. Okay, how it works. You shave your balls I guess to prevent pinching.
Oh, dude, I'm looking at this too.
And then you
What
gotta
the hell?
like fucking just like stuff your nuts through this thing. Good. How, dude? That looks so painful. And then you gotta like fasten this other thing over your nuts. It literally just turns your balls into like a cock.
Bro, and at the end it says, make 2022 the year of ball sex, and that just sounds so
Step
disgusting.
1, trim your ball hair and lube. 1/4 inch will do. Step 2, stretch your baldo, trademark, over your balls. Step 3, stretch over the spacer rings, insert into partner. So if you have like big nuts, this looks like it wouldn't even work.
Hey man, maybe there's a jumbo size.
Like just like looking at the way this thing looks.
Dude, and why
Like,
would you want to? Why would you want to?
Dude,
Why would-
I don't even have like great big balls or anything, but like I don't think I could get my nuts into that.
Dude, why would you want to put your nuts inside of your partner?
Oh, there's an actual like picture of it. If you want to see what it looks
Yeah,
like,
I'm on the website too.
the picture of the dude actually wearing it.
Yeah, I'm
And
on the website.
it's like
disgusting.
they like sort of pixelated it, but not really at all. You can still see his full cock and balls, even though they like sort of pixelated it. Super soft comfort. Balls are sensitive. Super stretchy upper ring opens out to put on your balls like underwear. Wait, what? Put on my balls like
sounds-
underwear.
This sounds wholly unpleasant. Like, dude, could you imagine? Like, first of all, what woman wants your balls inside of her?
Yeah, I don't think
And-
there's probably like 3 women out there that would let you put this
Yeah,
inside
like
them.
total. And then, why would you want your balls inside? Like, that sounds so uncomfortable. Like,
They're really trying to push this thing as like, oh yeah, you can like get an orgasm through your balls. It was like, huh?
no.
Spacer rings are pulled over the baldo to turn your balls into a second cock that never goes soft. Why though? Like,
They never said why.
because
It's
ball
just-
sex. Because of the ball sex revolution.
Make 2022 the year of ball sex. Be one of the first to try it.
Baldo
Oh, dude,
is
they have
the
a video. Should
Baldo
I
is the
watch it?
brainchild of Nadgers Inc. Our products are always ahead of the game. We have designed and commercialized a multitude of products in many sectors. Watch this video to see how we came up with the idea of the Baldo.
I have never hated a company more. Is there any way, like, is there any way I can GoFundMe this company away? Like, if I give them enough money to like go out, like to like retire, will they just go away?
So I found a review for the Baldo on Wired, and this guy says the world's first ball dildo is less of an erotic toy, more of an interrogation of the very concept of pleasure. He gave it a 2 out of 10.
What?
Dude, holy shit, this thing is $80. For $80, you're expected to stuff your nuts into this thing and like, what the fuck? Okay. So his consensus was using the Baldo is not a good way to have a sexual relationship. Very to the point.
Thanks for your review, guy.
Like, what if Baldo could be like our sponsor? That'd be so cool. Like our first ever sponsor. Baldo.
Dude, we should send them emails.
That'd be so cool. Dude, we could sell the shit out of Baldo. I'll do it right now.
Dude, I'll shill Baldo as fuck. We just have to delete this podcast when we fucking contact them.
This podcast is sponsored by Baldo. Have you ever wanted to fuck your girlfriend with your balls? Now you can. All you need to do is for $80, $80 a month.
$80 a month for a Baldo? Jesus Christ. How would we even
really,
enforce
it's
that?
really novel. I think it's amazing that at least one person out there has actually tried this and reviewed it.
What was the guy's name who reviewed it? Let's see if we can find pictures of him anywhere.
Oh shit, I have to go back to the fucking article here. Eric Ravenscraft.
Jesus Christ, he sounds badass as fuck.
Seriously, that's like a goddamn Harry Potter character.
I know. He sounds
Professor
like a
Ravenscroft.
fucking horror. He sounds like he works for the Ministry. Do you remember how in Harry Potter she had a Irish character that couldn't stop blowing shit up? I thought that was fucking hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
In a deleted scene, he literally blew up an entire bridge. J.K. Rowling is the biggest racist piece of shit.
You seen that commercial where it's like, when you're working remotely, it's hard to get your ideas across. And like the lady in the commercial looks like J.K. Rowling. So every time I see it, I just think of like, what if they had that narration and you just showed J.K. Rowling tweeting? When you're working remotely, getting your ideas across can be challenging. Just shows her like getting ratioed on Twitter. She's like, damn it, my idea didn't come across. Damn, I gotta pee like crazy. Take a fat piss.
I am the
I just paused the recording on accident.
good.
It's all good though. We're back. Even though we are at like the 41-minute mark, we can pretty much end whenever. Do you have any other cool stories?
No, I really wasn't prepared to shoot anything today, or to like record anything today.
Me neither. I'm lucky we got this far.
Well, thanks for watching an increasingly lame episode of BBD.
Get your Baldo today, $80.
$80 a month.
Fuck your fat stupid wife with your balls.
Have your first ballgasm.
Yeah, see if it's possible. I'd like to know if that's actually possible. Because never once have I been fidgeting with my nuts and been like, yeah, it's something here.
I gotta get some for my nuts. I need to lose my nut virginity.
Seriously, that's like actually balls deep. But that's kind of cheating though, because if you're going in with your balls, at that point
Dude,
it's like cocky.
It's just such a gross image to me. I hate it.
What if the idea for the Baldo is like you're just supposed to jam everything in there? And it's just supposed to like make it easier for your balls to get in first.
That's pretty much what it sounds like it is. Is that not what it is?
No, because like the way it goes on, it's like the dildo part is under your balls. So I don't even know what kind of fucking
the way
position.
they were describing it.
Like what
the
kind
way
of
they
position?
were describing it is that it sounds like your balls are supposed to go inside too, my guy. Like that's literally what I got from the website.
Yeah, did you see like the little like slides where it was showing you how to put it on, and you gotta like stuff your nuts through those rings? That looks.
I mean, it looks
impossible.
like the balls are supposed to go inside the pussy.
Yeah.
Like that
So
looks
you gotta
so
you gotta dive in with that cone-shaped dildo, and then go in a little further, and then your balls are in there too. And then your dick is just out there hanging out. So, I guess if you wanted to, you could probably stuff your dick in there too.
Yeah, that sounds
Uncomfortable as hell. Yeah.
That's a gross image. Just balls.
Sounds
going
like some
inside of
very
the pussy.
mutually detrimental sex.
Yeah, that sounds like the girl would be grossed out. You would be grossed
Well,
out.
she could like shove it up her ass. Is that what the deal is?
Yeah, I'd probably do it either way. Alright,
Yeah, I'm gonna try it. I already ordered one.
Hell yeah. We'll get John Baldo on the line to be our sponsor. But yeah, I gotta take a fat piss. Continue.
I don't even remember. Just go take a piss.
Oh shit! All right. Thanks, Eric. Thanks for tuning in.